If you start stealing a piece of meat from your mother's pot, when you grow up, you become an armed robber. These are the words of Oshiomole to Amaechi Atiku. Anyway, let's take a watch at this video and hear how Oshiomole has slammed Amaechi. In fact, he has damaged his political career. Take a watch at this video. I'll be right back. Hey.
I heard him say he was a founding member of APC. That is part of the truth. He was a founding member of PDP. And according to him, what he predicted will happen to PDP has come to pass. Now, if a man was a vice president, number 2 citizen, from 1999 to 2007, and while he was a vice president, he decamped from the party rather than reform it so that others can build on it, he ported to APC to become, as he just claimed, a founding member of APC. And President Buhari defeated him in the primaries. And again, he went back to PDP. I just want to ask him, whatever anybody wants to say, all the political parties in Nigeria put together, they are not equivalent to the Nigerian state. The sum total of all the parties. So if Atiku, as a former president, other PDP, could not fix PDP, he could not reconstruct it. He could not provide leadership and use the influence which he had built. Because let's face it, President Obasanjo gave Atiku a lot of leverage as vice president. He gave him so much powers, which he used to more or less to influence the governors, which is why he tried to contest election against him. So if you couldn't fix your party, how can you lay claim to wanting to fix Nigeria? Then according to him, he went into APC. What he did explain is how he left APC. He left only after he lost the ticket. Where did he return to? He went back to PDP. He's so much in love with PDP, at least for the purpose of contesting election. He could not build PDP. So if an Atiku can't build PDP, that made him vice president, and his option was to check out to APC, and then out of frustration, having lost election, return to PDP, yet he could still not fix it. Now he has found a new concussion. Who is in that party that any Nigerian will vote for? Atiku is weather beaten. Now the other one, Rotimi Amaechi, is the most terrible. Look at the choice of language. A guy who shut down River Judiciary because he wanted to appoint his own personal favorite as chief judge of River State. Once he couldn't have his way, the River State Judiciary was shut down for almost 2 years. The courts were shut. A whole autonomous arm of government. If that man has federal power, he will shut down the Supreme Court. Because, as I say, if you start stealing a piece of meat from your mother's plate, when you grow, you become an armed robber. So if as a governor, he could shut down River Judiciary. If I don't know any other thing, I know that. And look at the childish way he talks. When he said, he responded to what I believe the Honorable Minister of Electricity said about him, His Excellency Wike. He said, I don't talk to children. So a former governor, a former minister, a current minister, is a child in the eyes of Wike. So the words you utter is also a reflection of who you are. So for me, I don't see any Nigerian who is going to vote for a party or a someone like Wike. I mean, like Amaechi. And remember, for you to understand why Amaechi is completely empty, check the record. How did he become governor of Rivers State? It was purely the creation of the Supreme Court. The very court that he sought to disgrace, to disrespect, and to shut down the Rivers State judiciary. He was a stranger to bylaw.
It seems you to underestimate. You're underrating and underestimating that coalition.
Which election has he ever won? No, in 2015. No, in 2015.
But he helped Buhari to win election.
Wait, he did it. In 2015,
Director General
let me give you the facts. Director General, that is what makes it even more painful. He was Director General in 2015. He didn't even vote for Buhari because he unwisely see that he was being overwhelmed by Governor Wike's forces. He ordered his followers to boycott the election. So he himself didn't vote for Buhari, even though he ended up as a minister for 8 years. He did not vote. He was the DJ of the campaign. He didn't vote. Check the records. That's why I say you should also educate the people. This is a DG of a campaign who sensing defeat from Rivers State thought that it would be more convenient to say, I boycott the election. Which reasonable politician boycott the election when you know that you're boycotting it will stop the process? But he did. So he didn't vote for Buhari in 2015.
But Buhari still bringing
well, if you hear the record, he's a smuggler. He went, he asked those who know how he got Buhari to sign a paper for him. They went for governor's meeting. He came out and he said he got Buhari to sign something for him. He took advantage of the little we know about Buhari and he got that. But the issue for me is that a man who was a DG of a campaign and he did not vote in the election.
Atiku, Oshiomole, and Amaechi, they are all the same thing. Yes, there's no difference. You know, they're just running from party to party, and we keep recycling this set of persons, you know, from jumping from one party to another party. Now, Atiku has formed ADC and is now in ADC. Before you know it, he will start campaigning, and then we will now want to start voting them in again, recycling the same set of person every year, every time. For how long are we going to continue in this? This is the question we should be asking ourselves. You know, Atiku moved from PDP to APC, from APC back to PDP, and then back to APC, return back to PDP, and now is in ADC. You know, it's the same set of person. All they are all looking for is a platform for them to campaign and continue where they have stopped. The right question to be asked is, what have they done differently in their capacity in when they were in power? What did Amaechi do when he was in power? As a minister, what difference did Amaechi, which route can Amaechi come out to say, yes, now that he did this in Nigeria? He was a minister of works. What impact did he make as a minister to the, federation? So these are the questions we should look at.